Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am the Inconsequential Runner, and as you know, usually my videos are to do more with running, but I want to do a bit of a product or share a product with you, and that is the Nike off-road running cap. If you look it up on the Nike site, it's the code AW84. Anyway, let me talk about this running cap and why I think it's even worth a review and why I'm doing a review on it. Okay, firstly, it's nice and soft, which means you can throw it in the wash easily. The other reason why it's easier to throw in the wash is it doesn't have a Velcro back to it. So that means, I don't know if you've experienced this, but caps with Velcro backs, they can tend to rip up some of the other clothes unless you put them in a delicates bag or something like that. With this cap, you don't need to worry about it. With the soft cap at the front, or the soft peak, I should say, again, don't have to worry about it banging around in the washing machine and in the dryer. Though you won't need to put it in the dryer. This thing will dry pretty quickly. Doesn't smell after a couple of runs. Some caps do. This doesn't, though I do wash it after every run, which is why I have a couple of caps. The peak on it, as I said, is nice and soft, which means you can flip it. So that is kind of cool when you are in a forest. Those of you that run trails, run in forests, you know that some branches, if they're hanging low and you're wearing a cap with the peak down, sometimes it's out of visibility and you can bang your head against it. So with the peak, you can flip it up. It sits really nicely on the head. It's a really good cut. Another thing is when you're wearing glasses, especially running through a forest, and this is the Nike off-road or the trail cap. You're going to sometimes wear sunglasses, you're going to want them on, you're going to want to take them off because you'll be going from light parts on the trail to dark parts in the trail. And if you're like me, I run with dark or darkish lenses. So when it's dark, you're going to want to throw your sunglasses. So just excuse me for a second, let me grab my sunglasses. So what I found is when you throw the peak up, when it's dark, and you put your sunglasses in there, and I put them upside down, they just sit really nicely on the cap. They don't move, they don't bounce around, so they almost get pinched right in there behind the cap. So easy to wash, fast to dry. You can flip the peak up or down. They've got little vents on the side there, which helps with breathability. There are no holes in the cap, so if you're like me and you've just got skin on the top of your head, you put sunscreen on anyway for the holes, but with no holes, you don't have to worry about that. Breathability, it feels like it's okay, but definitely this cap will help a little bit more in winter. There's slightly less airflow through it than some of the other Nike caps. So anyway, that's the Nike Trail cap. The only sort of down point I think is sometimes some of the wording underneath the cap, it can get into your peripheral vision with the peak down. You can sort of see it there a little bit. Do you notice it while you're running? I haven't, but sometimes at the start it can just, I don't know, it can, maybe for you it's a thing. For me it was a thing for a couple of minutes and then it goes away. So all different colors, find something that suits. It seems to be really hard wearing, so I've had these caps for a little while now and I can't see any obvious marks or fading or anything like that. So anyway, product review, Nike cap, nice and short. Price point, they're a bit more expensive than other caps, so if you come across a discount code or something that takes an extra 15% off, sweet. But yeah, I think the pricing for the caps is pretty good for the wear and tear that they're taking out in the trail runs. Get out into the trails, really enjoy them. Take care, team. Catch up with you soon. Oh, just before I go, oh no, can you say that? Can you say goodbye and then add something else on it? Remember, I'm catching up with my coach soon, and I think the difference in these short, sharp videos are they're going to be 5 minutes long, so you're going to get rich coaching tips in a very short frame of time, and these are questions that I have for a coach as a runner. So it's not a coach talking about what the coach thinks you should know, though those videos are really good and rich, but this is more, I'm asking my coach questions that I'm getting him to answer that I think really works for us as runners. Those are coming up soon. Short, sharp videos, easy to just get a couple of really sort of golden or nutritionally rich tips out of in a very short period of time. Those are coming up in around about a week, if not shorter. All right, take care everybody. See you out on the trails.